This is Alex,
and this is The Drop.
This is Alex,
And this is Lewis,
and this is The Drop. Man, it is so good to be back once again.
It's been a while.
Yeah, season 2. How do you feel, Lewis? Man, this is just so cool, man, that we're able to do this again.
I
right?
know, man. I've been looking forward to this, to record again and discuss some things, basically. So I'm excited. I'm looking forward to this new season.
Yeah.
And for the next topics that we will be discussing.
Yeah, we got a lot of good feedback, and trying to share the episodes, and we've got a lot of positive things people are saying, and so we're just happy, man. We're happy that we can just I guess bless the listeners with something to listen to, right? But today, we I think our goal, our purpose is to be. I love using this word a lot. To be intentional, to be as practical as possible.
Yep.
Super dope topic today. We're gonna be talking about relationships for a couple episodes. I think every time we have an episode, we kind of mention it, but specifically today,
Relationships are key, man.
Yeah,
they're key. They're important.
So, man, talk to us, Lewis. We're gonna talk about relationships today, but I love your perspective on this, and we're gonna be able to just bounce some ideas off of each other and share with us, man. Share what's in your heart.
Sure. Well, I don't want to get like super churchy or religious, you know what I'm saying? The Bible says, but it's just that so many things that are found in the Bible are actually practical.
Yeah.
We can learn something from it. So, the story.
Here's the story
in the Bible
of a lovely lady.
is in Mark chapter 2, actually. And I'll explain it briefly, like what happened. I'm not going to get into too many details. But what I actually want to do is discuss 4 characteristics that we should surround ourselves with. People with these characteristics.
I like that.
That we should surround ourselves with. Now, the story goes like this, right? There's a paralyzed man, completely paralyzed, meaning he can't move at all. It's not like he just can't walk, but he just can't move, right? So in order for him to move from point A to point B, he needs people to technically carry him or be willing to take him, somewhere, because he can't do it on his own. So this paralyzed man, he somehow finds out that Jesus was in town and Jesus was somewhere near that he can go and perhaps be healed, right? Jesus at this time, as same as today, was very popular for healing, right? So he thought, this is a perfect opportunity for me to be healed. However, he needed someone to take him, right? These 4 men appears. It doesn't say if they were family members. It doesn't say if they were neighbors, right? But these 4 guys, they were willing to take this paralyzed man to wherever Jesus was at. Let's assume that Jesus was probably a couple miles away, right? It doesn't say. He could have been on the block. But still, these 4 men were willing to take out time from their day to carry him and take him to Jesus, right? And actually, that's why I want to insert or say the first characteristic, right, that you could just see from these 4 men, and is that we should surround ourselves with relentless workers.
Relentless workers, that's cool.
Right? People that work hard. Like I'm currently in school right now. I'm going for my MBA, and from what I can remember, I've never liked group projects. I hate. Do you like group projects?
Actually, I was the guy to be in group projects because
this is a group project, you could say, but I don't like group projects.
Yeah. No, it was just like I was the guy that did the group projects but never did the work.
So you're the guy.
You're the guy that you don't like. This
Yes.
This is gonna be a great conversation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yo, I hate group projects.
Wait, because I already know what you're gonna say. I wouldn't do my work. But you're so mad that you're like, I'm going to do the work because I don't want to get a bad grade.
Yes.
But I knew that there was somebody in the group that's going to do my work. So I don't care if they get mad at me.
This guy.
The Lord has changed me.
He's a type of people that I didn't like in my group. Because you work hard, you do everyone else's job, whoever's slacking, people like you, right? And then we both get the same grade. And I'm just like, bro, like I did the presentation, I did the paper, I did everything. What you mean? So that's one of the reasons why I hate group projects, right? Because I didn't like to be in a group with lazy people. I'm not calling you lazy. I love
It's
you.
all good, brother. That was my past. That was my past. That's who I was. I've evolved.
But seriously though, sometimes we surround ourselves in our life with people like this, right? With people that only want to be with us when we're working hard,
Right.
or when we could work for them,
Right.
But never the other way around, right? And I feel like not that you need people that are going to do things for you, but there's going to be times where you don't have the strength, you don't have the energy, right? You feel down because you're going through a situation or whatever the case may be. And you're gonna need people to kind of give you that push and to push you along. So relentless workers, that's where it comes in, right? People that work hard, people that are not afraid to get down and dirty.
Yeah, I like it because you're talking right, and I'm thinking about you're talking about that you don't like group projects because other people may not work on the same level.
Yeah.
And I've never and I look at it from this way. I hope that we are number one right now, right? But I hope that you learn to surround yourself with people that know how to work hard, not only when they're with you, but not even when they're not with you.
Okay.
What does that mean? In other words, that they don't change just because certain people are around them. And I believe the one of the definitions of integrity, and I believe it matches with this, is that integrity is not who you are in front of people. Integrity is who you are when no one is watching. And I think that matches with our work ethic or how hard you work, because there's some people that if you push them, they'll work hard at the moment. They'll work hard when you're with them. They'll try to get something done. If you guys are working on a project together, if you're going to try to get something done, whatever your platform is, for us, we're in church, we're leaders, so we do a lot of events. We, that type of atmosphere where we're trying to, set up a stage, set up a room, set up a church, or, if you're a business owner, you're trying to set up for a specific event. If you're still in school and you're trying to set up a project, and there's the people you don't want around you are the ones that only work hard when they're with you. But when they're not with you, they're lazy. They're watching Netflix all week. They don't want to be productive. And I think that's a big difference, because some people can turn it on when you try to push them.
Yeah.
But if you find somebody that works hard when no one's looking, when everybody else is sleeping, when they're just constantly, moving. I don't mean to throw you on the spot. I love it. I love it because when we were getting this together, you were constantly like, you're working hard. I'm like, man, I love Lewis's work ethic, and then we're constantly on each other, and it's not. I don't only work hard when we have to come record.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And I think that's
behind
a big
the scenes as well. Yeah.
Exactly. I think that's a big difference of surrounding yourself with people that work hard when they're with you and work hard when nobody's watching. When you can work when everybody is sleeping, that's the type of friend that you want.
And those are people that you could depend on.
Yes.
Right. Those are people that you can depend on to be there for you and to work. Basically, I don't want to use the word work for you, because it's not that you're gonna sit back and not do anything.
Yeah.
But we need each other.
Yeah.
Right.
And
we need each other.
Think about this, man. It's just, I'm sorry, but we always love. We have to go back to Christ, right? The example of Christ. Christ was working hard in the garden, and he was praying so hard that blood started coming out. Like he started to bleed. He was sweating, and he goes back down, and the people that are closest to him, because the Bible says that he brought his 3 closest friends with him when he goes to the garden,
right? And
it was Peter, James, and John. And when he goes down, he found them sleeping. And so I think about that, like he goes away to put in work, to put in prayer. Prayer is work, by the way. To communicate.
And it's not like he didn't tell him. He told him to pray too. He said, "Pray, pray, right? But I'm not gonna be here because I'm gonna be over here. I'm gonna pray over here. You 3 pure." And when he went to check up on them, they were sleeping. They were sleeping.
Yeah, that's something else. But that's I think that's so. I love that. That's the first characteristic. I don't think there's definitely an order to this, right?
There
this
isn't.
Is just,
there isn't. Yeah.
But I like that we're talking about this first, because it is so, man, and we might, I hope not, but there's gonna be some listeners that may not like this, but our generation can be so lazy.
What?
We can be so
oh my god,
lazy, man.
I'm not gonna put no one on the spot, but I was talking to someone.
Yeah,
right?
if this relates to you, it's probably if you feel convicted, it's probably.
But I was speaking to someone about their plans for what they're gonna do after school, right? What they're getting at an age right now. They're getting a little older, and I was like, what are your plans for the future? Like, what's gonna be your career like? What is it that you're gonna be studying in school? Things like that. And he gave me some answers that I was like, yeah, but how are you gonna get there? And he was like, oh, I don't know. So he was making a plan that was that was full of fluff, you can say, right? So for example, right? Let's just say that his goal was to become an Uber driver. Let's just put it that way, right? And that's nothing wrong with Uber driving,
No,
right?
nothing
That's
at
nothing
all.
wrong, right? But the kid doesn't even have a permit.
Shout out to all the Uber drivers out there.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Uber, yes. But the kid doesn't even have a
Get the
permit.
Uber logo down
He
here.
doesn't even have a permit. You know what I'm saying? So okay, you want to become an Uber driver? Fine.
That's bad. Oh
But
my
the
God,
dude
that's
doesn't even
facts.
have a permit, right? So he just thinks it's gonna come. Things don't come easy. You got to work hard for them, right? And I think what's messed up, especially the younger generation, was messed this whole work ethic thing up for them is the fact social media, right? They see someone that's getting a lot of money for whatever reason because they are artists or a celebrity or a social media model. Or I don't know, because there's so many things you could do with social media now.
Yeah.
They see them get a lot of money and they think like, oh, all I have to do is post videos online and that's
They
it.
got an idea, but no
Right?
work to go behind it.
This point is done because that summarizes it all, right? They
I
have
got
an idea,
but no work to go towards it. You got to get a permit. You can't just have. That's crazy. Make sure you tune into our next episode as we continue with Who's Your For.
This is the drop.